If it doesn't get done fast enough, we lose a sense of urgency. And if it's someone else's greed, we lose hope.
Do you think we can really, grow this quickly?
This is the complicated one.
Let the bidding commence.
Genius is at work, apparently. Welcome everyone back to Maynard Auctions. And we're here with Rory, and we've got another podcast for you here today. And we've also got our special guest, our partner from KO Conveyancing, Osama, is with us. Hi, Osama.
Hi, Joseph. I would like to thank you actually for guesting me today. And I'm the first guest yet with the Maynard Auction. So I would like actually to thank you for this opportunity. And yeah, I'm here representing KO Conveyancing, the official legal partner for the auction house, and I will be handling like all the documentation and legal part for your auction.
No, it's great to have you here, Rory.
Yeah, absolutely great. Osama, like I said, I remember when we first met, we had a good 2-hour discussion talking about how we can work together and how all the legalities that are needed, because there's a lot of clauses that need to be covered in both aspects, not just for the buyers but for the sellers, to make sure that this works correctly, because we cannot have any slip-ups in this. But that's a great story in itself. I'd like to tell everyone here the story of when you came.
Actually, like the clauses, the amount of clauses that need to be put in like the MOU and in the contracts, actually it's not just to cover the buyer and the seller, also to cover us as a company, because like here there is 3 parties, us and the buyer and the seller. So from our side, of course, we will draft full conditions to just protect the buyer and the seller and ourselves, of course. And about the story, actually, I remember that I had a deal with Imran, the founder, who unfortunately is not be able to hear. We had a distress deals in one of the developers where the unit was under termination, actually. The seller was desperate to sell it, and the buyer was super interested in that unit. I was handling actually like the sales progression part or the conveyancing part for that deal, and we actually like saved it somehow that actually I can't explain it, because it was like really like shock for all of us, because I went to DLD, Dubai Land Department, and I gave them the contract between the buyer and the seller that this unit need to be sold, like it has not to be terminated yet.
Yep.
Because like the buyer had the money. And actually it was like unusual deal where the buyer paid like the LPF, the installments, on behalf of the seller to the developer. So we had actually also to save the buyer and put like a side contract where the buyer is paying money on behalf of the seller. Right. So we did it somehow that we saved actually the situation. From there, my journey started with Imran. After some time, he told me like, Osama, we are going to start an auction house and we really need you to assist us with that. So it was a great opportunity for me, and I would never say no for any businesses. So of course, from there, like I started with Imran actually because of that particular deal.
100%. I mean, Imran's got such a huge network of people that he could potentially work with. And I know he had that meeting with me and Rory, and he said, Osama's the one. Osama's our guy from KO Conveyancing.
I appreciate that.
That's who exactly we should be partnering with, and we were kind of fully aligned. I think we make a great team partnering up together, and with all of the real estate transactions that we're going to do at Maynard Auctions, I think it's going to be great. We're going to need your help on a lot of them, because of course there will be sellers out there that are going to be in difficult situations, and that's what it's all about, right? It's about helping people through.
Actually, now we're with the auction, where will there be like a lot of distressed sellers, so we can like smash the market actually, and like the conditions we can put and the legal coverage for the seller and for the buyer especially, it will be like unusual actually, especially where there will be a lot of method of payments like cash, crypto, bank transfers. We will also like be securing that and mentioning that somehow in our contracts to cover the buyer and the seller. and especially with the trustee offices where we do the property transfers, where there should be like only manager checks at most of the deals.
Yeah.
Also, we can secure it with like I believe Imran Network or the like auction house itself. We can prepare a manager checks on behalf of the buyers. And also, like in KO Conveyancing, we are providing a declaration from Dubai courts where the seller can declare that he received all the money, like in case they want to do a bank transfer. And this declaration, like letter or paper, can be shown to the trustee office, and they will accept it and proceed with the transfer.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it? For buyers and sellers coming to auction, you might be completely, new to people thinking, how is this going to work? How is this going to work with the DLD? How is it going to work with the trustee office? Part of our story, us three gentlemen plus Imran and the rest of the team, is going to be showing the way of how we're going to make it happen, right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to touch on one of the clauses that we were banging our heads, and I remember we had that an hour and a half, 2-hour discussion where we was going over multiple options, and one of them was we said that we want to have a deposit for buyers to bid on a property. Now, should they win and hit the reserve price, we needed your help and your advice, which you helped us in the fact that we should not return the money back to the buyers. We should then offer them the 10% to the seller, and then they pay the rest of the 90%. Which was one of many clauses that you helped us with in deciding on how we do all the legalities. Because essentially on the website, when you sign up, you are signing up as a buyer. You sign off all the terms and conditions, and when you make the deposit, it's almost as if we've got a Form F in place that's just waiting to hit a reserve price, because all the terms and conditions are signed and a deposit is made before actually making the offer. So it's once that reserves price hit, once the hammer is down, the transaction has to happen.
Yeah, you are totally right, Rory. So basically, we cannot return back the deposit to the buyer who won the auction or won the bids, because like it's similar to any transactions where the buyer need to put a 10% security check with the broker or with the real estate company. So it's similar to that. And also to make the seller also more safe, we will keep this deposit with the auction house. And at the time of the transfer, this deposit will be like transferred to a manager check in favor of the seller, of course. And in case, like, God forbid, the deal was terminated for any reason, the security deposit can be just returned back easily to the buyer. But yeah, for all the buyers, just to know, the security deposit will stay with the auction house, and this 10% will be generated to a manager check in favor of the seller. Like, they are not just losing the money or paying it to the auction house. No. This money will be transferred to the seller. Basically, that's it.
I mean, I think everyone, watching will really appreciate that things will be done correctly. Again, that's a huge point, because I think part of us, converting people over to selling and buying at auction for the first time in Dubai is knowing that everything is being covered. All of the basis is being covered. So who is, enjoying watching, and this is a good time to, subscribe and follow the journey. And, also if you want to get involved in our auctions and you have a property to sell, or you're interested in being a buyer, make sure, you follow us on the socials, look in the description, send us an email if you've got any inquiries, and do get involved and find out when the next auction is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to ask a question for you, Osama. Like I said, it's been great meeting you. You're a breath of fresh air, and we do really feel that we found the right partner in the legal department.
It's a brotherhood, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, your English is very well, and we had to make sure that the Arabic text is being that it's an Arabic culture in the GCC country of the UAE. The Arabic text has to be on point, because as I understand, things do go to the court of law. The Arabic text usually prevails over the English.
100%.
So it's very important that we had that, and your Arabic being your first language is always a good. How long have you been in the UAE for? What's your journey in the UAE, and how long have you been doing like legal practices for? And you're a little bit about your story, just for the guys that are listening.
Actually, I was born here in UAE, so you can say approximately. I'm here. I'm here for 27 years in Dubai. I started like in 2019, where I was working with for a family business. We opened a small restaurant, and I was managing the inventory, managing the employees, managing everything literally. But unfortunately, because of COVID and Corona, like we couldn't continue our journey. Unfortunately, hopefully we'll open it again. And then after that, I joined actually Dubai Holding, Dubai Holding Real Estate. It was only like Miras and Dubai Properties before they merged with Nakhil and Meydan.
Yeah.
So I was handling like all the legalities for the plots, me and my colleagues.
Yeah.
And we used to draft the contracts for selling. We used to draft and write the contracts for also merging plots. I was mainly focusing on that and handling all the communication with the clients and meeting clients face to face, negotiating with them, explaining things to them. We were actually like the after sale service. So you can imagine the amount of load for Miras and Dubai Properties. And from that, I noticed that I like the real estate market. I want to see it like now I'm seeing it from the customer service point of view. I want to be like one of the customers. So I left and I joined a brokerage firm as a conveyancer. I started like the journey from there. When I saw that and I saw like the challenges in the market and like the distress deals and everything, it was actually a great thing for me because from my background with Miras and Dubai Properties, I like these challenges.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was nothing because I used to work with Dubai Holding under pressure, a lot of pressure, meeting customers, drafting things, internal communications. So I started from there actually, step after step after step. I saw that with my connections from Dubai Holding, with my connections now from the real market, let's say, meeting a lot of people, meeting different buyers, sellers, brokers. So I said, why not to start a firm myself? Like it's a new challenge. I like that. I like the challenges. I'm not a routine guy. So me and my colleague, he's actually like my cousin, but unfortunately he couldn't be here with me. So we decided to start our conveyancing company and started from there actually. And from there, like step after step, I'm meeting different peoples. I met Imran. Now I'm part of this like great journey actually and great challenge. And hopefully it will be something like super big and you will be like, as you said in your first episode, the fastest growing auction house in the Middle East. I wish that, and I wish to be part of that actually. And mainly, I will be focusing on the property side because of my background, and hopefully, other like future-wise, I will be focusing on other things.
Yeah, absolutely, Osama. And you know what? We look forward for you to join us on this journey, and no doubt we will take over this desert metropolis.
And I think Imran knows we're in safe hands to be on this journey and to make it alongside you. All about protecting those buyers and sellers, and I think you're going to be a huge part of keeping up our reputation to deliver.
No doubt for that, of course, because also like I'm protecting also like your reputation. I'm providing you a service, and also at the same time I'm protecting my reputation with drafting the contracts. And of course, because like Arabic is my first language, so like the contracts will be in Arabic and English. It's not only like in Arabic, because also we'll have a lot of, because we are like here now based in Dubai, so we'll have a lot of locals, investors who are selling. And so the Arabic part is so important for them, so we can draft that as well.
And there is a big market here, long-lasting, large auction companies with some ridiculous offers for some items, let's just say the least. So, there's a big market for local GCC, wealthy individuals that will be interested in auctions, and, they primarily may not actually speak English. So, it is imperative that the Arabic is on point, and it's an honor to have you join us.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm excited because I just think there's going to be a huge appetite for auction fever here in Dubai.
Yeah.
I think that it's out there to a certain level, but we're here to take it to the next level, right?
Well, yeah, there are a few that are out there currently, which is usually from bank foreclosures, few and far between. But what we're trying to do is something completely different. We're trying to tap into the private sector.
We're here for everybody.
Exactly. We're here to, take the private sector market, whether you've had your property with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different agents over the span of 6 to 12 months, but you really have struggled selling it, and you actually want to sell and you don't want your house seen. That's where we come into play. We help the private sector sell their properties. And not just all these bank foreclosures, which another thing is your relationships, or should I say your experience in the developers doing the legal part there, and then coming to the brokerage means you've seen the best of both worlds, which we will be doing the both, as well as we will be selling, offloading off-plan resales. You can handle that, so that's a different sales progression to something that is already on the secondary market, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Actually, it's like I think now people are thinking I'm here just to draft contracts or our firm is here to draft contracts. Actually, no, it's not like this. It's not that simple, but because of our professionalism, we are showing it like it's that simple, like it's a piece of cake, but actually it's not. What we are doing actually, like after drafting the contract, signing the contract, there is a process to get to the property transfer. We're taking the legal approvals from the developer, running between different government entities, which we are doing that. Like we are making it a simple, easy transfer for buyer, seller, and also the auction house, of course. So yeah, it's not just about drafting like clauses and that's it. We will go to the trustee and we will do the deal. No, it's not like that. But maybe people seeing it like that and feel like it's super easy, super like quick because of our service, where we are doing everything on behalf of everyone. And in case that the buyer or seller are not here, we can also offer them a power of attorney where we can act on their behalf and get everything done. And for the money, they should not worry about it, because even if they are not here, they are in like international sellers and they don't have a bank account here, we can do a power of attorney where we can mention over there that the auction house will receive the money, and after that we can send the money to the seller. So it's 100% legal, 100% safe. So yeah, it's basically like this, but it's not like that simple. I'm just showing it simple so everyone can.
You make it simple.
Yeah, exactly. We are making it simple.
Now, it's also a really important point that I want to announce that Maynard Auction, for all buyers out there, whether you be a local resident or an international buyer of real estate through our auction, you will get free conveyancing done with Osama at KO Conveyancing. So we're offering all the conveyancing free with our partners.
Actually, yeah, it's smart enough that we are going to knock out deals in style together.
Because you won't get that on, traditional real estate transactions.
It will either be factored into the commission pricing or a separate fee.
Of course. I mean, how much, just so that anyone watching
100%. A lot of like real estate companies actually are charging 5,000 and above per party. It's not like the whole transaction. No, it's like each party is paying 7.5 or 8K. Sometimes it reached to 10,000 dirham per party just for the conveyancing. So I believe it's something really interesting for them, like for the sellers to list their properties with you, and for the buyers to start just bid.
That's it. That's the goal. The goal is to, obviously grow the company, get the people in, get the real investors in and real sellers, and, real transparency in getting these deals over the line and throwing in that extra bit of value with your side in KO Conveyancing. And let's just, have a level playing field for everyone to get the deal done. Because there's two things that, from my experience, that stops deals happening in this place, in the world, should I say, and that's speed and greed. If it doesn't get done fast enough, we lose a sense of urgency. And if it's someone else's greed, we lose hope.
Yeah, 100%. You are totally right, actually. And also, like, another reason why sometimes the deals are not happening, because of the transparency, as you said. Because sometimes the buyers and sellers are receiving fake updates from their agents or whatever. So, like, they are imagining something, and in the reality, it's something else. So with us, there will be no fake updates, full transparency. Everyone will be aware what we are doing in the deal, at what stage now we are, fully updated, full transparency, so everyone is knowing what's happening, and also like to meet their expectations, because like the transparency from my experience, it's everything. A lot of deals were terminated because of the transparency, and a lot of brokers lost their investors because of that. Actually, always just be straightforward with your clients. Nothing will go wrong. What's the worst case thing that can be done after being an honest person, actually? And also like the reputation is everything, of course.
I mean, I'll mention this regularly as well. It's always the beauty of auction. When you're bidding, you know where you're at. You're either winning the auction or you're not, and you got to bid higher. It's straightforward, and then the bids close. You've either won, congratulations, and then on to the next stage, and your work starts from.
Exactly.
It's like a CRM, isn't it? It's next stage, closed. There's no back and forth in between.
Yeah.
You either win or you don't, and if not, then we can go again.
Better luck next time.
And yeah, actually, just for the buyers out there to know, once they win the bid, like there will be like the MOU will be generated from 24-hour to 48-hour, so that deal will be like signed officially, and then we can start just knocking out the deal.
I know that's good. I mean, important that people know as well that the auction process won't really like slow the transaction up greatly. It'll be up there with the same kind of a speed of a routine traditional real estate transaction, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. And also like we are covering all the type of transactions because, as you know, there's 5 type of transactions. Like it's cash to cash off plan, cash to cash ready, finance buyer to a cash seller, cash buyer to a finance seller, and of course the worst one, finance to finance. This is the complicated one, and we are here just to make it smooth and simple.
And there may also be, some people out there from trustee offices that potentially watching that may want to potentially partner up with us as well. So, do get in contact as well. Do check our, links in the description for that.
Yeah. Any more questions? Have you got anything else to add?
I just want to say, Osama, where do you kind of see the auctions going in terms of how many people are going to do you think a lot of locals or residents are kind of going to get involved? Do you think we can really, grow this quickly?
Actually, I believe that this auction will grow up so quick because as I saw from the market, a lot of sellers are really desperate for money and they just want to sell their apartments, and they are listing it with a lot of agents where every agent is just showing it to 1 or 2 buyers, let's say per day. With the auction house, it will be different. You are showing you are listing the property where tens of buyers can start bidding on your property. A lot of people will be interested in that. I know a lot of investors that they are just looking for that type of deals so they can make profit. So I believe that you will grow up super fast, especially that you are not focusing on only properties. You are focusing also on cars, numbers, jewelries, watches, everything.
Sorts,
yeah. I believe it's something huge to be here in Dubai. I wish that we will grow up together and we will just not be based on Dubai. We will grow also in the full Middle East and then maybe all the worldwide.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully that. I'm super interested actually.
I just want to touch base going into the real estate side of the auction of what you was just discussing there, and what I find and what I stand by, my census as it were, is real competent investors who have been in many cycles before and invested in many multitude of properties. They really don't necessarily need a broker as such. They just need to find the deal. And where better to find a deal than in an auction house? Every
100%.
serial investor knows what they want to offer. They've got their own calculations in their head. They don't need someone to tell them, this is a great investment. They should tell you. They put their money where their mouth is over and over again. So if you give them a platform where they know where they can win an offer and know what they can throw their offers, let them do it. And let the bidding commence.
Yeah, you are 100% right, especially with the marketing that the auction house will do for your property. And I think most of Dubai will be seeing your property and start to just bidding on it. And I think it's something interested that you are bidding on something you just want to win. Actually, I bought something from an auction before myself. I bought a car, but it was a misdeal. So our auction house, everyone will be secured. Everyone will be safe. You will not get screwed.
A house is better. A house won't break down.
100%.
Now we'll attach, all your links and to KO Conveyancing as well, Osama. But what I wanted just for you to get across to the audience, especially if there's international buyers potentially watching and they've never bought in Dubai before and they're looking to purchase their first property, Maynard Auction. What can you, why have they got faith in you and KO Conveyancing?
Actually, for all the buyers that they are buying a first-time property here in Dubai, we are going to fully secure them legal-wise, and especially if they still don't have a bank account here, we can offer them sending the money to us.
Okay.
Of course, after signing an agreement with them so they can be secure and safe. And all this money will be generated to a manager check in favor of the seller, of course. And since they are not here, also we are going to give them a power of attorney service where we will act on their behalf and purchasing the property under their name, and it will be 100% legal. We can sign with them contracts on a side that we will be their power of attorney and we will be acting on their behalf. The property will be under their name because it's something maybe some buyers will be wondering, what if I send you the money and you bought the property but under your name?
Yes,
but yeah, exactly. Since we have an MOU, the agreement for the buyer, between the buyer and the seller, this is securing the unit. So after that, we will prepare a separate agreement with them that we will be acting on their behalf as their power of attorney, and they will be sending the money to us, and we will generate it to a manager check in favor of the seller. So they can be 100% safe, and actually they can buy a property where maybe they are enjoying in Monaco or something, and it's just a matter of click, you have the property. Congratulations for your house.
Makes it easy and streamlined, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It looks super easy, and for sure it will be super easy. It will be stress-free for the buyers and the sellers because we are here to do that. We are taking the heat on behalf of them, and they will not feel like the stress or the heat from the deal or from the process or anything. We will be handling all of that, of course. Like everything will be smooth.
Yeah, great. And yeah, I just want to wrap things up. I'm really happy with having our first special guest, Osama. And
I'm happy to be the first one.
And I look forward to doing more with you and with your business partner and cousin in the near distant future. But just before we wrap things up, I just want to bring a little bit of a reminder. Do you remember what this was?
Oh my God! Of course I remember this one. Oh my God! I have goosebumps actually.
What is it?
This one, I think you cannot read it. No one can read it. Only Rory can read it because we have similar mentalities. Actually, we were sitting in a meeting with Imran, and we were discussing the clauses for the auction house, how we can make it safe for the buyer and the seller, how they can be secured.
That's
Just put that up to the camera.
geniuses at work, apparently.
No one can read it.
It's like hieroglyphs.
So yeah, I told Imran I just need a paper and pen so I can write everything, and I start actually just writing, and I was discussing everything with Imran. I was so excited, and I'm just like, okay, we can do it this way, we can do it that way, and the paper was finished, so I just turned it off. We can do it this way, we can do it that way, and after we finished,
here we are.
I was looking at it like, oh my God, what's this? And I just gave it to Rory. He's the only one I think he can read it now.
Yeah, so it made me laugh because it's exactly what my school books look like. I would never write anything. I'd never write anything in it. I would just doodle, scribble, and then when it comes to the tests, I'll get the top marks. So I was never always concentrating. And I think we've realised then we're very similar and have a case of ADHD. So I thought this was great, and I thought, do you know what? When we move into our new office that we're signing very, very soon, we're going to get this framed and we're going to put it on the wall as a bit of memorabilia. And we put
Awesome.
signed by KO Conveyancing.
I can sign it and stamp it actually, so it's like...
I think it'll be a great addition to the wall.
Actually, oh my God. I can't believe that you are still saving it actually.
We're gonna,
it's something, yeah. I can still read it actually. I can read the conditions over here. Like this paper was for the buyer and this one was for the seller.
But yeah, it was a pleasure as always. Thanks for joining us, and
thank you.
We look forward to doing many work with you and see you on the camera again next time.
Next time, inshallah, it will be with Imran and my partner. So we will the board of directors are sitting together and we can discuss everything and explain everything to the audience as well. And any buyer or seller who is buying a property or interested to buy a property or selling a property actually, and they want to be safe and feel secure, they can contact us. Our link will be below in the description. KO Conveyancing. We can knock out deals in style.
Osama, thanks for joining us. I also speak on behalf of Imran and Maynard Auctions. We're delighted to have you on board. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.